Welcome back to my Let's Play for Pokemon Silver and my mono fighting run. And yeah, I finally decided to add Heracross to my team. I have to admit, I'm not entirely fond of the idea, but I want something that could easily punch its way through Will's team without any real resistance. Now, we could have used the elemental punches on Primeape, admittedly, just bring in Bruce Lee and be like Ice Punch and Thunder Punch, to victory here, but that probably still required items. Probably an excessive amount of items, because I'd probably be taking a lot of hits while doing it, because, let's face it, Primeape is not very effective when it comes to punching things with elemental attacks. And yeah, I named my Heracross Mr. Satan. After all, Heracross is obviously named after Heracles, which is obviously named after the same name for Hercule, and Hercule's obviously Mr. Satan from Dragon Ball Z and Super. So, hence the name Mr. Satan. I suppose that name does make more sense, when you think about the fact that Hercule's basically famous for something he didn't do, so he's basically the king of liars in the Dragon Ball universe. The the prince of taking credit for other people's deeds. Albeit good deeds in this case rather than misdeeds, but still. And I imagine this will be a fairly easy battle. I mean, let's face it, to get Mega Horn I had to get up to level 54, so I now have a notable level advantage, most likely, at this point. And let's face it, Heracross is a powerhouse. It hits hard, so, without any real way to resist Mega Horn, they're pretty much going to go down just from the stab effect alone. But I think I'll hit Jinx with, Earthquake. After all, Earthquake never misses, and Jinx has a massive glass jaw. Don't get me wrong, if you want a Pokemon to tear through the Elite Four, bring a Jinx. It's arguably one of the best Pokemon you can bring here. Glass Cannon it may be, but it's got Ice Punch and Psychic abilities. A combo that can easily devastate the Elite Four. I think you have to start off from like a Smoochum to get Psychic. No, there's no reason to switch out. There's nothing you can drop that would intimidate, Mr. Satan. Now I have to admit, I'm almost tempted to use a less than effective technique. Just to get a chance to give myself a good reversal for later, but we won't worry about that for now. Slow bro. Sort of wish this was a slow king, just because of the movie. That was not the best call. I would have went with Curse, because everything else I've been throwing so far with Mr. Satan here has been physical attacks, so raising your physical defense would have been the better option. Especially since you weren't going to be able to outspeed, Mr. Satan anyway. You can't believe it? I guess you aren't Naruto then. Believe it! Seriously, I got tired of hearing that. And I only watched like a couple episodes in Naruto. Most of my knowledge of that series comes from playing a couple of the video games and reading through the Wikia. Now let's see, who should I have start up front for this? I guess we'll put Bruce up. Come on, Bruce, it's your chance to shine. Yeah, you live in the shadows like a ninja. Let's see, are you truly a ninja, or are you a nanja? A non-ninja pretending to be a ninja. Because it's pretty sad what passes as a ninja nowadays. Just terrible, man. And I know I'm ripping that off from Speed Racer, I just don't care. Now let's see. Time for my Fiery Punch of Doom. Yeah, I switched out Thunder Punch for Fire Punch. After all, it gives me a good move to use against Fortress, so we can't throw up any spikes. Huh. While not super effective, it's probably not the worst call you could have made, after all. Bruce Lee does not have the best defenses, at all, so if it wasn't for the level advantage, that probably would have hurt a lot more. Well, that's one down. And the fact that, let's face it, Gyarados is not very good offensively, if I remember correctly. I barely even used it on my bug team. I didn't use it for a lot in the late game either. Well, that resisted. Ooh, going with Psychic. That'll sting a bit more. Even then, though, you know, it's held back by the fact Venomoth doesn't have Stab with Psychic, nor does it have the most powerful special attack stat. My question is, when is he going to drop Crobat? Because that's something that would actually intimidate me. Well, now. Question is, who should I send out to deal with this guy? I think we'll go with Muscle. It might be slow, but I'll go with it. Kinda wish I'd kept Vital Throw now, I bet. Strength. Ah, great. It's gonna try and double team on me. Well, hopefully I can one-shot here with a critical hit or something. Nope, not even close. And Muscle's gonna be really feeling it. And then he's gonna bust out the full restore, so I'm not gonna get the kill here anyway. Ooh, critical hit just screwed him over. I really wish I had access to, like, Rock Slide or something like that with this team, because it would definitely help for dealing with Crobat. Really would. With Fortress coming out, switch back to Bruce. Bruce is like, I got that fire punch of doom for that Fortress. It might think it's a fortress, but before my fist it shall crumble and fall into the sea. The sea of fire, that is. And it's definitely out of it. That 4 times weak spot to fire, man, plus a critical, it's just way too much for it. Heck, I didn't even need the critical, and I probably would have dropped it in one blow there. A muck, eh? Well, there can be only one response to that. Mr. Satan, get out there and take care of the garbage. It's time to teach this slime who's in charge. Yep, Earthquake for the win. And it's definitely over. There's no way it's getting back up after that one. Well, I suppose that'll basically do for this episode. So I like to split this up into 3 sections, you know, just to make those parts relatively short. Of course, that means most people skip over these battles, because they already know what's going to happen. Though maybe you'll watch this one just because it's been so long since I've updated the fighting run. We'll see. Till next time, then. See ya.